Alright guys, today we're playing Burg Battle. This game is on Steam and it's a little bit different in the fact that it's kind of advertised as a reverse tower defense game. And in some respects it is, in some respects it isn't. The nice thing with this is you can play either against bots or play against your friends. So what we're actually going to do here, we'll play a game against bots just to give you an idea of what to expect. And we'll try a quad or a 4-player map here. And we'll play against 4 bots. So the way the bot works is there's different AIs depending on their strategies. And this game is pretty easy to pick up. Basically what you're doing is building buildings that create soldiers, and you need to protect your castle here. Your castle does have some defenses. Up in the top here there's a timer or a tick timer, so every time it ticks or goes through the whole bar you generate new units. And in some respects, after generating the unit, you don't have much control over it. Like, this guy's just off wandering, doing his thing. And he will go and attack other units from other guys here. And, like, to give you an idea, like, they're all of us are building, or starting to build, except for this guy for some reason. Oh, I see why. So there's 2 factions, there's human and hellspawn. But and they have different units. And you can also upgrade your buildings to have stronger soldiers. So like in this case I can pay 90 gold to have basically a soldier that has 100 health more and does more damage. You can also build other units, like there's archer units, there's wizards, which are good, cathedral, which makes paladins, which are tougher soldiers, and altar gives you some magic abilities, which will really help you on later on in the game, or can turn the tide of battle. So basically what we're doing here, we're just waiting till we get enough gold. We're going to build an arcanum because we want some wizards. These guys too, we're going to pick arcane wizard just because if you look at these footmen that they're fighting, they take 150% damage from arcane, so we're more likely to be able to take them out that way. So you do get gold as time goes on, or as you defeat enemies. So basically the gist of it is we want to keep our enemies as far away from our base here as possible, just because we don't want to get overrun, and it's already looking like we are. And it is kind of neat because you can zoom in pretty close here to see the kind of pixelated graphics. Hopefully we can hold them off long enough here to not lose all our wizards. These wizards have next to no armor. Things aren't going too great here for us. So one of the tricks with this game is you have to make units that'll basically counter your enemy units and try and stay ahead of them in terms of upgrades, which can be very challenging. And there are games I play that go well and other ones that go horribly. Like it just sometimes doesn't work out the way you hope. Trying to save up enough here for an altar. Kind of the strange thing in this game too is your magic that you get from the altar here is done by gold. So some of these skills include killing, doing large damage to one enemy unit, doing massive damage around a targeted area, so it's a good way to wipe out a crowd so you can maybe get ahead compared to the enemy. Boon of the Gods, it doubles your next production so that you can get more troops, and then Call to Arms, you'll summon 10 footmen to help you in battle, which can certainly change the tide of battle. Just so you're aware, you can only have up to 50 units on the battlefield at a time and only 5 buildings, which makes for a kind of a weird setup, but you gotta be mindful as to how you spend that money. So what we're gonna do is sell this building here and build another Arcanum because we want more wizards. You can also do improve unit effectiveness, which makes your units that come out of the building that much more powerful. Sometimes it's worth it, sometimes it's not. So what we're going to do is Smite the Wicked. The catch with this spell is it's good for clearing out enemies, but then you have to wait 15 minutes before you can use it again, which leaves you at a bit of a disadvantage. Where those guys are going. So basically the way I play it is I try and get 2 Arcanums or wizard places, 2 footmen and the altar, and then I'll actually replace the footmen, the barracks with cathedral, so you can get paladins, which are stronger fighters anyway. So we'll get rid of that. We'll build a cathedral in its place. I'll try and upgrade it here as well once we get to 200 gold. And these arcane wizards work wonders against any kind of soldiers. So the weird thing in this game is you don't have any control over your troops, which can make for a challenging situation where you can't really send them anywhere in particular. Like, I guess the one thing I found with this game, I assumed or thought that it was going to be along the lines of Age of Empires, which in some respects it is, but it doesn't really, you don't micromanage your troops. Basically your troops go out and attack whatever they can. It's weird too because you don't leave any troops for defenses, and yet I haven't run into a situation where we've really been overrun. Knock on wood, it doesn't happen right now. I'm doing this video. Okay, so then what's going to happen here? They're going to destroy this their castle, and then they should move on to fighting these guys here. We have 12 minutes so we can smite the wicked, which this will be a bad thing with the wizards out in front. Oh, and they're coming around this way. Well, that's fun. Sell that, and we're going to build one of these. What's going to happen here? These soldiers will get there in time. Interesting. Ooh. Lost all my wizards? That's not good. So many troops. Oh, good. So that's where the game goes poorly, when they basically destroy all of your troops. I mean, we're gonna have a little bit of a problem here. But we'll be alright here. Not so pretty with all my troops dying. I don't know why these guys are running. Oh, turn them or something? Come on. Not going so well. Come on, guys. Might not actually survive here. Oh no. It's gonna be over here. I think we're done. So basically, the gist of the game here is, as much as there's strategy involved, it's a lot of luck. Like, you get the right units, or in this case, I lost mainly because my troops were all on one side of the map and the enemy came around the other. So there's not much you can do about that. And unfortunately, it means that this game isn't necessarily based on skill, which makes it very, very frustrating. Like, I mean, there's nothing I could have done. There's no defenses you can build, so it's not like a tower defense game or any kind of Age of Empires style game where you could build some kind of defenses or a wall or anything. Like, at this point here, I'm basically done. There's nothing I can do. So I lost, so I'm going to quit the game, and then what you can do is level up your skills. So there's 3 different skill trees: units, buildings, and altar. Altar being magic, buildings being stats, either more hit points for your building, more income, or some special abilities for certain buildings. And units is specifically damage related or unit related abilities and skills. So there's kind of that aspect as well. And as you play through the game, you gain more experience where you can increase your skills and progressively become a stronger player. But the trade-off is you're also playing against stronger opponents when it comes to the AI. So you'll only see a real advantage in, I guess, your skill choices in terms of playing against somebody that's not your level, because any of the AI you play with would have similar stats as well. So this has been the gameplay video for Burg Battle. It's available on Steam. It came out March 22nd, and price-wise, it's quite inexpensive. A big $6.69 Canadian, or about $5 US. The nice thing is you can play PvP either against online opponents or local LAN opponents, and you can play co-op as well, which is kind of neat too. There's not a lot of maps. There's really 4 maps with either 2, 4, 6, or 8 kind of spots for bases. And so there's not a lot of variety at the moment, but that might be something that changes in the future. So if you played Burg Battle, let me know in the comment section below what you thought of it and how it went for you. I know it's kind of, I don't win all the time, maybe about 75% of the time, but all it takes is picking the wrong units, or casting a spell at the wrong time. Like when my army got wiped out this last gameplay, it was all because of one spell, and that changed the tide of the battle, and that's the way the game goes. So thank you for watching today. We'll catch you in the next video.